she specifically said,
and I change it all the time. So like, what I'm using today will not be what I use next week.
Yep, we both heard that correctly. That is a terrible idea. Today, we are pimple patching, turtle hatching, and reacting to Kate Hudson's skincare routine. This looks like a morning routine, so she better have sunscreen, and I'm not personally hatching turtles. I feel the need to clarify that, but I'm sure that somewhere around the world, turtles are hatching, so we're gonna go with it. And as a medical esthetician, I'm breaking the fuck out because that is just my genetics. You don't wanna see my back because it is breaking out bad. And so these little star-faced pimple patches are being tested out on some of the most honkin' zits that I have. And you know, I was having one of those days where I was just not into myself. You look in the mirror, you wanna like scratch at your skin, you just feel bad and you don't wanna go outside. And then I was like, Cassandra, put on a nice frilly shirt, put on your little butterfly necklace, the 14 doll hairs, and get your ass up and show up and be happy, because your skin does not dictate the value you have for this world. And as a medical esthetician, like, this is what I preach to others, but I still struggle with it from time to time. And today was one of those. So instead of using the clear pimple patches and covering it up with makeup, I'm embracing it. And I'd like to see if Kate Hudson has any pimples. Is she a model or an actress? I know she's one of them. I don't know who she is, but I want to see her skincare choices, see if she ever breaks out or speaks about that, and see what she puts on her pretty face.
Hi, I am Kate Hudson, and this is my everyday wellness, skincare, makeup look. I'm gonna start by cleansing my face. I'm gonna start with this, which is the African Botanics. I love this product.
Well, this looks like a very interesting exfoliating cleanser. I have to say, I love the orchids in the background. I love orchids. But what is in this cleanser? It looks very herbal. I'm assuming there's some clays in here. I hope there are not walnut shells. This is a Boab Clay oxygenating cleanser for $70, but it doesn't seem terrible. Let's check out some of the ingredients. And we just have to say about oxygenating, a lot of people don't realize that oxygen actually ages your cells faster. Now, don't stop breathing, because we need oxygen to live, but most of the air that we actually consume isn't just oxygen, it's nitrogen among many other things. But when it actually comes to oxygen, it is an ager. It actually speeds up aging. Yes, it is necessary in many cases, but for a lot of people who are like, you know, doing these oxygen facials or like inhaling pure oxygen in like Las Vegas at those bars, why? Obviously, if you're in the back of an ambulance, if you're coming into the ER, you're gonna need some oxygen usually, especially if you're having a medical condition, but like just to go to Las Vegas and like sit there at those oxygen bars and inhale it, is that really good for our bodies? And I know that there are different forms of oxygen, so I would want to speak to an expert about that. But when a lot of people say that their skincare is oxygenating, I don't actually know if that's a good thing. And also, what about this is oxygenating? Like the fact that you're exfoliating, and so your deeper skin cells are like more exposed to the air? I don't know what the fuck is going on here. When we look at these ingredients, we have some very basic ones like cocometal purple betaine, cocoa glucoside, laurel glucoside. Try saying that 5 times fast. But we do have some interesting flower, citrus, and sandalwood extracts. We've got rose, jasmine, etc. I'm not seeing anything in here that I absolutely love. This definitely seems like one of those natural, clean beauty brands. If she likes it, if the brand comes from a cool place, then great. But for my acne-prone skin, I wouldn't be buying this. And for most people who are looking for a good basic cleanser, this isn't one that I would recommend. They do say that this is wild harvested, ethically and responsibly sourced. So I could definitely see that playing into the price of this product. But as a replacement, I would actually recommend like the Squalane cleanser from Biossance. It's not terribly expensive. It's like $30 or $40. I found it for $10 at Marshall's once. And that is something that actually nourishes the skin. It has elderberry in it, some antioxidants, and it doesn't have a lot of this orange oil. And it's not nearly the same price. YouTube has this new feature where there's like a little button that actually shows you products, but I am going to hack this internet feature. And instead of just showing the products that celebrities use, I'm gonna use this to create less expensive dupes. So if you wanna click that, I've lined up some dupes for the products that she uses based on what's vegan and cruelty free that I would recommend instead for most people's skin. If you wanna give this little button a name, let me know. I don't know if it's a he, she, or a they. If somebody wants to gender check the button, feel free. But for now, that is where it'll be. And this cleanser is a no from me.
Then I put my oil on there. So I just do, I've always had some kind of
great oil, but much confusion. You see, normally when we cleanse, we use oils first to break down dirt, debris, and makeup, and then an exfoliator to remove the top of the dead skin cells. This is kind of backwards. Also, trying not to lose my shit, but she didn't pull up her hair, and I'm like, how is your hair not getting extremely greasy? Like, are you washing your hair today? What is happening? Pet peeve activated.
I've always had some kind of routine, and I enjoy it more now that I'm older. I'm not religious about it, which I know a lot of people would be like, you have to take your makeup off your face every night. And I'm not gonna lie, I have nights I don't do that. I think because I love products so much, that keeps me playing with my skincare routine.
I love that she's playing with her skincare routine, and I understand that not everybody is as dedicated as some of us are. But even if you're not a skincare fanatic, a skincare junkie, a skintellectual, this isn't even about skincare, this is just hygiene. Please don't sleep in your makeup. Coming from the girl who literally was in aesthetics school at the same time that I was sleeping in my makeup, don't sleep in your makeup. I used the blemish clearing foundation from Neutrogena, and it said blemish clearing, so I slept in it. Woke up the next morning and applied more. Do not sleep in your makeup if you care about your skin. There was actually a woman who tested this, and she slept in her makeup for 30 days, tested her skin, and she aged like 5 years. The before and afters were crazy, and if that doesn't scare you into washing your face appropriately, I don't know what will. And again, this Pi Skincare Lightwork Rosehip Cleansing Oil doesn't look bad. I've actually used some Pi skincare before. Very good, very expensive, very clean, green, washy, but the products aren't half bad. And this one specifically is $49. Not terrible for rosehip oil. There's nothing in here that is, detrimental. Of course, if you're sensitive to things like citrus or lime or lemon, don't use this. I personally am, so this wouldn't be in my routine. If you're looking for a good cleansing oil though, these cleansing oils go on the skin, they get rinsed off. They're probably not going to cause as much irritation as something that is left on the skin that might have some of these citrus oils in them. Again, the main ingredient here is olive oil. So you could spend $50 on this, you could spend like $70 with Jennifer Lopez, or you could just go to Costco and buy the Kirkland brand olive oil or rub it on your face and rinse it off. Might not be sourced the exact same way, but honestly, very, very similar. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, it's not great, but there are other cleansing oils that I would highly recommend over this one. Specifically, the Inky List cleansing oil. It's like a dual cleansing oil, absolutely beautiful, works extraordinarily well. Beauty of Joseon has an amazing cleansing oil that is wonderful, Korean, lightweight, but still really effective. I would recommend those over this. Again, I've linked them here for you, but I wouldn't spend my money on this. However, I'm glad she's doing a double cleanse, even if the double cleanse is backwards, because if she's sleeping in her makeup, we're gonna need a double cleanse. Okay, must say, appreciate the honesty. I don't know who she is, I don't know her celebrity background, but it's really hard to find honest celebrities who are upfront with us about their beauty, about their procedures, treatments, and habits. She's sharing with us a very real human thing of sometimes we don't wash off our makeup. Not good, I don't recommend it. I am going to scold you as your acne big sister who will always support you, but not necessarily support all of your actions and decisions. But at least she's being transparent about these things and not hiding behind lies and secrecy the way we see a lot, especially in celebrity media.
And I change it all the time. So what I'm using today will not be what I use next week. I do like to do eye masks under a full mask. I love before I put on makeup.
I don't know if I love this or not. Interesting. So I love eye masks and I love face masks, but I've never thought of doing one under the other. I guess if your face mask is not touching your eye area, use an eye mask. But if it does touch it, then you're just kind of doubling up on the same thing. Again, rich celebrities can afford to do this, but for you and I'm trying to get the most out of my money, okay? This looks to be the Soap & Glory Puffy Eye Attack eye mask. It's $5 on Amazon. This actually looks kind of fun. Soap & Glory is also vegan, cruelty-free drugstore. I think they're made by Marcia Kilgore, who also worked on Bliss Skincare and who also does Beauty Pie. So I might actually try this. It's a hydrating eye patch with BioNymph plant peptides. All right, for $5, I might try it. Japanese flower and cucumber extract. Well, this actually looks very, very fun. Now, unfortunately, she's using this alongside a Neutrogena face mask, and I will say, the Neutrogena face masks, the ingredients are not bad. It looks nice and hydrating, but I am not the biggest fan of Neutrogena as a brand. We have spoken ad nauseum about this and about how Neutrogena, among other brands, would try to come into some of the derm clinics that I knew and worked at and was like, buy our shit, push our shit, give our shit away for free and make people addicted to us. And that I hated a lot. Like, the reps rubbed me the wrong way, and we have a full story about that. Now, when it comes to this hydrogel mask, there are other hydrogel masks I would recommend. If you're acne prone, I would definitely recommend Zitstica. There are a lot of great hydrogel masks from Korean beauty brands. One that I actually love that I got recently is not a hydrogel mask, but it is a kind of like a face mask ice pack without the damaging effects of ice. It's from Charlotte Tilbury. It's big, it's expensive, it's super fucking fancy. I'm still using it to see if it's worth it or not, but you could put this over any other face mask and make it cooling and help it be more hydrating because you're actually pressing it into the skin. I'm glad that she likes this. I don't like how often she's switching up her products though. She specifically said,
and I change it all the time. So like, what I'm using today will not be what I use next
and
week.
yep, we both heard that correctly. That is a terrible idea because in order for our skincare to work, we need to use it consistently. And think about it, if I'm trying 5 new products every day, if I start breaking out, I don't know which one is causing that. If I start having irritation or my eyes swell up or my throat starts to close, I don't know which one I'm allergic to. Or if my skin magically transforms, if my blemishes disappear, I don't know which skincare product did it. And that's why it's so important to isolate your variables and to the best of your ability, try one thing at a time and always patch test first. Again, I never comment on people's appearances because first off, beauty is subjective and our appearance has no impact on the value that we bring to this world. Simultaneously, if she were coming into clinic and asking for an opinion of her skin, obviously I'm not a doctor or dermatologist, I do not diagnose, I am able to provide a field diagnostic. And when looking at her chin, I don't know if I'm seeing some redness or some breakouts, but if she's concerned about that and if she brought it up to me, that's when I would say, let's cut down on the products that are being used and let's get a doctor to actually diagnose what might be happening here and use products that have ingredients that are actually going to help. For instance, if it's acne, we're going to need some of these ingredients, which are very different than what we would do if we had rosacea, which would need more of these ingredients. But again, if she doesn't bring it up and if it's not a concern to her, we don't need to worry about it. I'm interested to see whether or not she'll talk about this because again, she's gorgeous and glowing and beautiful. But I do wonder, if her skincare habits might be hindering her progress with skincare more than they are benefiting her. And again, if she's someone that likes to rub good smelling shit on her face and she doesn't care what it does, continue doing it if you don't care, right? If you're just using it for the fun of doing it, go, 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 go. But if you are actually trying to care for your skin or create a wellness routine or have a ritual as a part of your morning or evening that gives your skin an overall net benefit, that's when I would say we could be a little bit more strategic with our product choices to try to get us to that ideal outcome.
Everyone always asks me like, skincare, like, what do you do? What do you do? 3 things: sleep, hydration, supplement. I created a supplement with In Bloom called Beauty Aura, and I take this every day. And for me, skin, like fine lines, hair, nails, this is my dream product. I'm gonna do 2 scoops of this beauty. So I just mixed this up. I'm gonna drink this as we're moving along. This supports skin elasticity, stronger nails, hair.
I don't know, it looks like dirt water. I like that she discloses that she at least created this supplement, and I love that we're having the conversation about sleep and about nutrition, but I'm skeptical of a lot of supplements. Beauty Pie has some good supplements. I found a couple good ones at Whole Foods. Overall, a lot of supplements are overpriced snake oils, and when you think about it, the supplement industry is not regulated by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. So a lot of companies can say whatever they want. There are some good ones, but they're kind of far and few between, and unless you enjoy the supplement, you shouldn't be chugging down some nasty thing that you don't like. Now, it looks like she likes this. I want to know what's in this. It's called In Bloom. She said it can help with elastin production. That was kind of what I took from this. I am questioning it. It's $55. I love that she is working on a brand and making her own, space in the female entrepreneur space, but no. This has marine collagen, which a lot of people think of as like, good fish stuff. No, sometimes it's like the fish runoff that they can't sell or package in your tuna cans, and so they just grind it up and chuck it into these supplements. When it comes to this beauty supplement, it doesn't look like the worst one in the world. I actually like that they're combining marine collagen and berry blend. Hailey Bieber got me drinking her smoothie, which has been a disaster, but there is one ingredient in her smoothie that I love. It's basically a vitamin C hyaluronic acid mix, and when I blend that in with the protein, it's good. And I would say that that is a way that I would get the benefits of this for a fraction of the price. I'll try to link it here. Why am I blanking on the name? It's really fucking good, it's tasty, and it's got vitamin C. And I will spend my money on that, not on this.
I'll give this a roll. Let's get rid of this one. So for me, Meditation is probably the most important self-care that I do in a day. I know it sounds silly, but when you have your mask on, it's actually a good time to do it. You can do a nice 10-minute meditation. I can thank my mom for her love of meditation and her really being a proponent for that in mental health and mental fitness, we like to call it, because she's been, doing all that since the 70s, darling.
Oh, I love that. It sounds like she's got such a great relationship with her mom, and I love it when mothers, grandmothers, or any family member is able to impart some of those really healthy habits for you, especially because, of course, we love our parents and our caregivers, but half the time parents and caregivers were never trained on raising us correctly, and we've all got our different traumas, little t trauma and big T traumas, and it sucks. So when we're able to recognize and appreciate the good things as well as the ones that maybe keep us up at night, always very sweet for me to hear about that. And speaking of thoughts that keep you up at night, meditation can help if you have a racing mind. We've seen more and more studies and science coming out about how helpful meditation is, even for people who are not under chronic stress or going through disease. It can be hard to practice, but there are different types of meditation. You don't have to just sit there and be quiet and hum. You can, and you can kind of just let thoughts float by, or you can have like an active meditation practice where you're trying to be aware of your surroundings and focus on those things. And especially in a very fast-paced social media world where we're constantly bombarded with notifications and things to look at and click on and do, it's very difficult to calm our minds. And that is a really good mental fitness exercise that I would recommend anyone take part in, quite frankly.
I did these cocktail concentrates with my friend Karen over at Juice Beauty. This is matcha. This has got matcha in it, so it kind of like wakes your skin up.
Oh my God! First off, I've been meaning to try these. Second off, Juice Beauty! Karen is the founder of Juice Beauty, and she is amazing. She is the original wellness expert, and her husband is a cardiologist, so he's been through medical school. He understands science, and they really come together to create these amazing, beautiful products that they actually make partially on their farm in Healdsburg, and they really care about organic living, sustainability, doing better for the planet and for our skin. Everything that they use is also post-consumer recycled plastic. I fucking love their brand, and if you're someone who wants clean beauty, they are one of the brands that's actually trying to do it, knowing that clean beauty really doesn't mean anything, it's a marketing term, but Juice Beauty's doing it right. Now this cocktail concentrate, I've been trying to get my hands on this because I've heard about it, and I love matcha, and this has constantly been sold out. This is like a custom collaboration between Kate Hudson and Juice Beauty. I love the little wood on the little label. It's also only $25, which is really, really affordable, especially because a lot of Juice Beauty's products can be $50 to $100, worth every penny, especially by the way they manufacture them, in my personal opinion. But this one is a really good, inexpensive one that I've been looking for. Main ingredients are things like aloe, glycerin, and caprylic triglycerides, so nice and hydrating. But we've also got matcha green tea, we've got elderberry flower, we have some different acids in here. All of this is just an amazing antioxidant punch for your skin. So this is supposed to be beautiful underneath sunscreens. It's supposed to be nice and hydrating. It has squalane in it. I want this. Oh my God, it's in stock at Ulta. Added to cart. Yeah. All right, do I have a rewards account? Yeah, I do. Sign in. Here we go.
This might be my favorite cream that I've used in a long time. Basically, this feeds and supports your microbiome on your skin, which is what your largest organ. People always ask me, like, what advice does your mom give you, especially with like skincare and beauty and stuff? So we actually give each other advice. And this is one product, the Symbiome, that I've kind of, been like, this product is heaven. She was in.
What is a Symbiome? I actually am not familiar with this brand. I'd like to look at it. It's called the One Restorative Cream. Juice Beauty has some good prebiotic and probiotic products. That's what I would recommend if you want to enhance your biome. If you're acne prone and want skin microbiome friendly stuff, Phyla has an acne kit that is built on phages, on probiotics and prebiotics. Amazing. This item is sold out. Ugh, this item is $125. Okay, let's look at the ingredients, but no. I mean, it's very basic. We have water, Sonoma leaf oil, and lactobacillus ferment. Lactobacillus ferment is great, but you're charging me $125 for 3 ingredients? Again, get Phyla if you're acne prone, or get Juice Beauty if you want probiotics, for your skin. Oh boy. Love that this works for her. Love that she recommended it to her mom. If it's that good, she seems like she's tried a lot of products. Maybe there is something in this simplicity that I need to try. I am critical and skeptical. That is...
She was into stuff before anyone was into it. My mom was like drinking mushroom juice. She had a Chinese medicine doctor that would bring these like tinctures to the house and like in these big things that looked like animals were like floating inside of it, but they were really just roots. She'd drink it and I'd be like, what are you? What's so? As I got older, I was like, mom's really onto something. I know this is very popular.
It's very popular with other people, but not for me. We're not even gonna go into Laneige. There is a Pacifica lip mask that is a dupe that I would highly recommend, and we actually just posted a video if you're struggling with dry, cracked winter lips. Now, when it comes to Chinese medicine and different practitioners, I think that Western medicine has not paid attention to a lot of these beautiful traditions that have existed for thousands of years. Doesn't mean that they're here to cure disease. Obviously, the way we look at medicine from a Western perspective, we need to be able to prove and recreate something in order to say that it works. We need to have a hypothesis that we test before it can be turned into an almost irrefutable theory. But there are things such as meditation that started off in Eastern medicine. A lot of people in Western medicine said, ah, bah, humbug. And now that we're testing it through a Western medical lens, actually seeing the benefits, it's like, oh, okay, they were onto something here. And when it comes to Chinese medicine, when it comes to different doshas and Ayurvedic medicine, or a lot of other things that have been around thousands of years, they're around because they worked or they did something. And again, the placebo effect is very real, but hearing her speak about these ancient traditions and rituals that her mom went through, it's a great way to keep the culture alive and to embark in something that maybe was giving her mom a benefit, whether it was a bona fide one that is repeatable for others or whether it's placebo effect. It sounds really cool that it was working for her. I would love to see her mom on one of these videos. I want to see her mom's wellness routine.
There's a reason for it. My daughter just, watches me do my makeup, and next thing you know, I'm in her room. She's now all about doing everything herself. I mean, her makeup looks like a Pat McGrath tutorial. Somehow, at 4 years old, can do a pink cat eye like nobody's business. Your kids, they learn from you. One of the most important things to me, sunscreen. Today I'm using Barbara Sturm Sun Drops. Let's do makeup.
Okay, as I'm freaking out about the sunscreen, I love that she knows sunscreen. There are so many celebrities that are anti-sunscreen, or Gwyneth Paltrow. Again, I don't know if she was gaslighting us with her sunscreen or if that's really what she does, but so much bad celebrity information about sunscreen. And because celebrities are seen as beautiful and perfect people who are not skintellectuals and are not subscribed the way you are, don't know how important sunscreen is and how it is literally the #1 step in a skincare routine. And if you're not using sunscreen, basically all of your other products are negated. Now, the one that she's using is very, very expensive. This is a Dr. Barbara Sturm SPF 50. I am a sunscreen fanatic, so I might actually buy this one, but Dr. Barbara Sturm, an amazing doctor, amazing dermatologist, creator of the vampire facial, but she be out here charging us $300 for some basic hyaluronic acid that I can't. Now, this is $150 worth of sunscreen. Again, tell me what I need to buy and try so that you don't have to. You don't need to spend $150 on some serum sunscreen drops. Again, I'll link them right here for dupes, but like Zitstica has a really glowy, dewy sunscreen that works if you're acne prone. Even if you're not acne prone, it's a great one. When I look at the ingredients, there's nothing really revolutionary here. A lot of these ingredients are quite basic. We have some arginine, but a lot of the ingredients in here are quite basic, slightly hydrating, but I've heard like 3 celebrities talk about it at this point, and before I completely shit all over it, I should buy and try it to see if it is magically different than the ingredients or, the way it looks from the outside. To all you beautiful butterflies out there, let me know what you think of this routine. I don't love it, but it's not detrimental. There were a couple of little gems, a couple of jams, a couple of hidden gems inside of this routine. We love some jams.
What is a muse?
I mean, I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like things like that.
And a couple of things that I would definitely swap out, but I've listed all of those here for you, as well as in the description box. If you do want to click that, I've listed them all based on skin type and what I would recommend instead. I hope that you stay hydrated, both orally and topically. I hope that you reapply your sunscreen, and I cannot wait to see you in this next reaction video, because oh boy, a lot happened in this one. Love you guys. Bye.